EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us about 20 miles south of downtown L.A. at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Houston Texans and the Los Angeles Chargers. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? This is taken about 7 yards deep. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And the Texans scoop it. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. How about this for starting field position on your first drive? First and goal. Smith trying to run for it. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Leads to second and goal at the Chargers' 10-yard line.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. Another try for Smith. And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
From the 5-yard line, will this opening drive yield 6? This is third and goal. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his first touchdown of the new season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. That was a big throw right there on third and goal.
And the defense has to be prepared for you to throw the ball on third and goal. Because really, second down, second and goal, that's your play action time, and you're not sure whether they're going to run it or throw it. Third down, you're usually sure they're probably going to pass it. Even more impressive that they got it done. And on the opening drive of the game.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. Almost unstoppable on the ground there, as that one is good for 39. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. from the gun on third down, Murray. And it's complete. Henry. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down first and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. On second and goal, here's an option. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Kyler Murray, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the gun, here's Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards, a first down.
First down, Texans.
What's that? 19! You must be dreaming. Time to go!
A first down carry for Smith. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Yeah, I got you. Kill.
On second down now, it's Smith, and very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
And it's 3rd down.
And defensively going with a dime set, 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Watson. forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
How many times do we hear that third down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
Now it's Miller, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. These two teams all tied after 1. Texans football to start quarter 2, as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming.
Check set. 19. Check 55 to mine. What can we do?
On 2nd down, here's Smith. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Smith. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the Chargers' 9-yard line.
Watch the air. Kill.
On the run, it's Smith. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Quick dance. Come. Line up, go.
Try to punch it in with Smith. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Show it.
Here we go now with Smith. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Murray again, 2nd and 10. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Being chased out left. be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 28-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
From the shotgun, they run with Smith. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
49 the mic. 49 the mic. If you don't get this going, you think you won't get this? Line up, go.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Steps away to his left. Big loss here as he's taken down.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Second down, Murray sets to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there for L.A. 41 yards.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run here with Balaj. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
At the 31-yard line.
Ready. Pittsburgh. Hey, come on now.
On 2nd and 12, Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Murray with a 3rd and long. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. Give him 30 yards there. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Let's go now. Check 31. Watch hard. Watch twist.
Draw play. It's Eckler. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Austin Eckler, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
31. Switch. Watch the shadows up.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
The 26-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw, Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
3rd
and long, it's Watson. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys are able to regain the lead. The 21st pick back in the 2016 draft, Will Fuller, and we know that he can take the top off of a defense.
He certainly can, and the way that he does it is just straight, pure speed. And I saw it with one of the better defensive coordinators in the league, and I said, how do you defend that? And he said, at times, you absolutely don't. If the quarterback gets time and he heaves it downfield, Will Fuller's going to outrun any coverage you put out there.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Now Balaj. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Running on first down, Eckler. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And now Murray's going to set up the throw. And he's going to go down. down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. J.J. Watt in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving it past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Shotgun now for Murray. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. Murray now on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, here's Murray. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Murray going to throw. And that is incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
And he missed it. He missed it just wide of that left upright. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
No room to be had there on the 1st down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Again, it's Miller. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. From the gun on 3rd, Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Again, it's Balaj. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Yeah, 18 data. Check pass. Hey, we got tight right.
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. Murray has the first down and more. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Come on, set. Hey, hold on. Check. Tighten up.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 42-yard line.
Hey, check Mike 47.
On 2nd and 12, Murray. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Rush in. Check 24.
From the gun, Murray. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
18-yard line.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Reset. 19. Check. Check it back. To the court. To the pass. Check 50. Weak. It's a safety creep.
They go back to the ground with Smith. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to
and a big loss here as he's taken down. J.J. Watt able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon.
Good job.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Murray now to throw. And he's going to go down again. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. Get that quarterback deep.
Operating from the gun, Murray. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Sheldon Richardson. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up fourth down. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And taken right on the 30. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
They'll run it again with Smith. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Hey, I'm coming.
Out of the gun, Watson. Flushed out right. Hard throw, incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Charger drive about to get going. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball to their territory.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham. Line of scrimmage is the 8 on 2nd and 8. Now Murray throwing on second down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2. The Texans here on third down putting an extra defender in the secondary.
Check 99, check 99, check 37, check 37.
From the gun, Murray. Henry's got it out on the left side. Throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket, completing that.
The teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup.
To throw is Murray. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. J.J. Watt in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Throwing on second and long. Murray. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push.
Those signs of life in what's been a dormant 1st and 10. Back to throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
To throw is Murray. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back to throw, Murray. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack, now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
4-7 to Mike, 4-7 to Mike. Bring it, bring it. You go tight, you go tight.
Now Murray. And that will be incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more out of the touchdown.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
What is that? 19! Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Now it's Smith. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Texans, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.